Clips.
She's been reading about an impending cicada invasion. How?
Oh, yeah.
We were talking about that the other day.
Yes. How will
The
this
double
impact?
brood.
Yeah, buddy. How will this impact new trees? And we planted last year other plants. Special prep should be doing anything particularly protect everything.
And they are a good source of natural nutrition for wildlife. But they do lay eggs, and that's the damage that occurs as a result of them. There's not one thing you can do to prevent that. You can. There's just way too many of them. It's the law of large numbers, and they got large numbers, particularly when you have the 13-year brood and the 17-year brood emerging at the same time, which I don't think this has occurred before. If my research is correct, that only happens about once every 268 years.
Well,
when they actually fall directly on top of each other. So it doesn't look like that they overlap in our area here in Middle Tennessee. It looks like that there are overlap areas a bit further north and east. But we're going to get one, and pretty much everyone in the eastern U.S. is going to be affected by them this year. And there's going to be a lot of, what did you say? Because it's quite loud.
They just pierce the bark of some of these trees, and that's where they don't really eat the tree, right? They just
lay eggs underneath the surface with their ovipositor. They're able to inject their eggs under the bark, and what will happen is you'll see a swelling that will occur under the bark that will be as these eggs grow and mature. And then they'll emerge. Now, what it can damage can occur on things like Japanese maples, where you have smaller stems, and which is where their target is typically. Sometimes it can create a wound, a weak spot there. It'll callus up, and these will flag off and break. It may disfigure the look of it somewhat, but it will not kill the tree. It's just one of those things that we have to endure every 13 or 17 years or some multiple thereof to protect against them due to the billions, if not trillions of them. I have no idea how many there are, but on years when we have had particularly incredible production of them, the worst thing you can do if you're trying to avoid them is operate any kind of equipment, a push mower or a weed eater. So I predict that I'll need to break out my little attire that I have done in years past, and we'll probably have those available for folks if you want them. It's a little mesh type of hat and like a Tyvek suit. You can make your own, and that way, if you want to make sure that you're not mistaken as a tree, you can at least keep them directly off it.
And it makes such a fashion statement as well. It really does.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
I bet.